Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman and Secretary Mattis and General Dunford. Thank you for your time and thank you for your service. I've submitted additional questions to you for the record on some of the military bases and issues in New Mexico, and so we hope that you'll give us timely answers there. There are questions that are important to me, but I wanted to focus on one of the issues that Senator Durbin brought up in terms of the war in Iraq and the war in Syria. The President is asking Congress for a defense supplemental appropriation for fiscal year 2017 and a significant increase in defense spending in 2018. And I want to discuss these requests in the context of our current war against ISIL in both Syria and Iraq. In the last couple of weeks, the American people have read public reports that additional Marines and other U.S. forces have been deployed to Syria, up to 1,000 troops. The American people are being told that they are there to help counter ISIL. To paraphrase St. Thomas Aquinas, one of the first and most important requirements to wage a just war is that the war must be ordered by a legitimate authority. Alexander Hamilton and other founders argued strenuously to ensure that this power was granted to Congress rather than the executive, in order to prevent the President from engaging in risky overseas ventures. As you know, the responsibility to make decisions about war and peace is one of the most important powers given to Congress under the Constitution. When the Iraq War first began, we were not an invited force, but an invasion force that required an authorization for the use of military force from the Congress. 14 years later, we still have United States forces in Iraq serving in a train and assist role, and they have been invited by the Iraqi government to support its efforts to counter ISIL. And the 2003 invasion of Iraq required an AUMF specific to Iraq. But in Syria, the U.S. has not been invited by the government. U.S. military vehicles and heavy artillery have been seen in Syria, and it's easy to argue the United States has effectively invaded northern Syria, violating the sovereignty of a country in the Middle East, which is a de facto declaration of war. Secretary Mattis, are you concerned that Congress has not approved an AUMF specific to Syria, granting the President the legal power to invade Syria?
Senator, I would not characterize it as an invasion, but I don't want to spend time on that aspect. I think we have to play the ball where it lies right now. The clear and present danger of ISIS that bulldozed the border in their supposed geographic caliphate and actually removed the border between the two nations was a reality in terms of the war that we had to deal with. We could not draw that imaginary line in the midst of an enemy and say on one side he's safe, on the other side we can take him on. I think that what we've got to do is look at this changing character of this enemy threat, and I would take no issue with the Congress stepping forward with an AUMF. I think it'd be a statement of the American people's resolve if you did so. I thought the same thing for the last several years, I might add, and have not understood why the Congress hasn't come forward with this, at least the debate, because I believe it's a clear and present danger that we face. I've dealt with this enemy for many, many years. I don't patronize them. They mean every word that they say. So in light of that, the Commander-in-Chief, the elected Commander-in-Chief, both the last administration and the current administration, I think have a duty to protect the American people and what we stand for from this enemy.
Thank you very much. General Dunford, do you have a comment on that?
Senator, I do quickly. I've been participating in several reviews of this issue, and while we do assess that we have the legal authority to do what we're doing right now in accordance with the authorization and use of military force that was provided in the wake of 9/11, I agree with the Secretary, and I think not only would it be a sign of the American people's resolve, but truly I think our men and women would benefit from an authorization and use of military force that would let them know that the American people, in the form of their Congress, were fully supportive of what they're doing out there every day as they put their lives in harm's way.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I have additional questions on what you would recommend in terms of limitations and things like that, but my time's up, and so I will submit those for the record. Thank you.